Today's Friday, so we wrap up the week with a bit of an update on my solopreneur journey. As you go through the week, you get a public speaking tip, also insights into my public speaking resources and influence, both positive and negative, a spotlight on a rather obscure place in the United States of America, and also something about the life of a solopreneur. So today I get to be self-indulgent and tell you about my journey. New Year's Eve, I stayed up really late, didn't drink anything. In fact, I haven't had anything to drink in all of 2024, all 2 weeks of it. And that's where you can help. Send me your best bottle of Caribbean rum. No, that's not why I'm here. I stayed up late celebrating and making TikTok videos that hopefully you've seen at least one of them. My sleep pattern has been off. That's why most of my videos are coming out in the afternoon and the evening. I've been too lazy to get it done in the morning. But I feel great this morning because yesterday I finally went back to the gym after a couple of weeks. It was great to be back in the gym. It was great to get my sleep pattern back where it belongs. Because my whole life, I've had a great passion for fitness. And that's why I created Fit Presenter, which is your #1 resource for public speaking in the fitness industry. Sounds like my motives are pure, doesn't it? But they're not pure. And in this video, I have to confront some very unfortunate realities. There are 2 reasons why I wanted to bring public speaking and fitness together. They're not quite so positive. One is that I've been holding on to past energy, bad energy. And 2 is that I've diminished my own brand and didn't think enough of myself. Depending on how you know me, if you remember me as a trainer, you probably know what I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. I was in a training studio doing work that I loved. I knew I wouldn't be there forever, but I always thought I would leave riding off into the sunset into something bigger and better. But instead I walked out in disgust. Somebody subleased an office space in that studio, and like most toxic people in the workplace, he thought he was in charge when in fact he wasn't. He was only a subtenant. He had a bad habit of putting his hands where they don't belong, especially on my female clients. It was never overt, it was never blatant, but it was always inappropriate touching and inappropriate comments. He went up behind a client of mine and grabbed her from behind, pressed his face up against her sweaty back and began sniffing her and saying, "Oh, you smell so nice." Of course, yet again I reported this to the manager, and yet again the manager read me the riot act. And that's when I resigned. When I resigned, I told him, wait till the lawyers get involved. And after I left, the lawyers got involved. He and his business partner had a falling out. He ended up out in the street. As far as I know, he doesn't work in the industry anymore. That should have been good enough. But the fact is, I have been wanting to redeem myself in the fitness industry. I wanted to right the wrong that was done to me over 10 years ago. And that is why I've been holding on to this grudge. And that's why Fit Presenter. Even though I know the fitness industry needs this, and I know nobody else is providing this resource because every time I speak on the subject, somebody rips off my idea. So even though I know the fitness industry needs this, I've been doing this for negative motivations, holding on to that past energy, saying this time I'm going to be respected in the industry. So I do have a lot of resources for the fitness industry, and I'll continue to do so because I truly believe in it. But I've been holding on to bad energy, and that's held me back from helping the people who are most receptive to what I do. But the other reason, and again, this is not a very positive one, it's not easy for me to talk about this, is that I've diminished my own brand. Certified world-class speaking coach, a lot of people flaunt certifications that come out of a Cracker Jack box. This is not one of them. Maybe 300 people around the world have this certification, and not everybody is active. It's created by Craig Valentine, my speaking mentor and been my muse for well over 20 years. I finally got to know Craig, and we just clicked. That's why I got certified. A little background on Craig Valentine. I meet a lot of people who are very dismissive and very condescending and say, "Oh, I don't know him." Well, you know who knows him? Les Brown. If you know anything about speaking, you know who Les Brown is. And Les has said that Craig Valentine is his favorite speaking coach. And it's happened more than once when I've been in workshops with Craig and I present something, I share something, and people in the room say, I'm in over my head. I don't know if I belong here. And Craig Valentine, Les Brown's favorite speaking coaches, had to say, oh, no, wait, it's okay. Mike, don't get nervous. Mike is really high level. You don't have to live up to that. And yet somehow I diminish my own brand, where I have to backdoor my way into the speech coaching industry by using the fitness industry as a vehicle. Of course, knowing Murphy's Law, now that I've made this video, fitness people are going to come out of the woodwork and say, Mike, really? Come work with me. But the fact is, my client base is half in the fitness industry and half out. But the positive drive behind Fit Presenter is, number one, I love fitness. When I was back in the gym yesterday, I was like, I really love this environment. I don't care much for corporate boardrooms and conference rooms. Most of my contemporaries in the speech coaching world just want to teach corporate middle management how not to and jockey their PowerPoint slides. And that's not why I'm doing this. I do this because I want your message to have an impact on the lives of the people around you. Are you holding on to past energy? Are your efforts into redeeming a past where, quite frankly, they don't care whether or not you succeed? Are you creating some kind of gimmick or some kind of angle because you don't believe you're good enough to stand on your own 2 feet and present yourself to the world and tell them who you are? Well, I'm living proof to say that's the wrong way to go. My clients still appreciate me 10, 15, 20 years later. I don't need to redeem myself in the eyes of management or in the eyes of the fitness media. The people I've helped know, and they still respect and appreciate me, and that's beyond good enough. That's the reason why I was in that fitness industry. I have no reason to hold on to that bad energy. 2024 is the year of the dragon. You know what my goals are. You know what my intentions are. It's not holding on to bad energy to say, I want to go back to the United States for a while, take a 30-day rail pass on Amtrak and see the real America. And it begins in LA. It begins at the Toastmasters International Convention. And I better have a good reason to be there. And to be there, I need to be a contestant in the World Championship of Public Speaking. If you know me, you know my ambitions are a lot loftier than just competing. But there are tens of thousands of people competing. It would be pretentious of me to say, oh, step aside and keep the trophy shiny. But you know what I'm going for. Does it go for this journey? Yeah, it's to reconnect with the United States of America. But also, if you've had a lack of confidence in your own personal brand, thinking you're not good enough, or if you're using past energy as a vehicle to bring you forward, I'm living proof that that's the wrong approach to take. Thanks for following me on whatever platform it is you'd like to follow me on. And come back 7 days a week. And from now on, I pledge these videos will be out bright and early in the morning.